Welcome you students. In this video I will teach you one of the question from an involute. So take a question. A thread is unwound from a drum of 30 mm diameter. Draw the locus of the free end of the coil for unwinding through an angle of 360 degree. Draw also a normal and tangent at any point on the curve. So first we must identify the curve. Here the thread is unwound. So it is a crystal clear word, right? Thread is unwound. So we can say from this word the given curve is a involute. Then what about the drum of 30 mm diameter? What about the drum? It's a circular shape, right? So they are saying us to develop a circular involute, right? Fine. So given the diameter of the circle D is 30 mm, so take as a capital D 30 mm, and then draw the locus of the free end of the coil for unwinding through an angle of 360 degree. Angle of 360 degree. What it mean? It's a full turn. Am I right? It's a complete turn. That means one turn. They are talking about one turn. One turn. So 360. 360. We're going to work out for 360. Right? So let me start our work first. So first start with the diameter of the circle. So the diameter is given as 30. So you read 15 mm in your compass, that means radius in your compass, and go for a circle. So it comes like this. Next, how to bifurcate this circle into 8 equal parts. So first, through the center, go for a very good horizontal line like this. And next, by keeping your protractor as this position, read 90 degree and have a line just passing through the center. Then again take 45 degree both sides as this and go for a line so that you shall divide the circle into 8 equal parts. 8 equal parts. So give the naming. So from this point I am going to name, and I am going to give the name in the clockwise direction, in the anti-clockwise direction, right? So this is a 1, this is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is 7, and this is 8. So we are going to calculate for one tan. So for the one tan, the string length will be the circumferential length, right? So one tan, which is equal to circumferential length. If you do the calculation for the circumference, pi into d, so we get pi into d, diameter is 30, 94.2 mm. 94.2 mm. So now this 94.2 mm should be taken in the bottom base of the circle. From the 8th point, first of all have the 90 degree line, okay, by keeping your protractor as this manner, and just take 90 degree from the 8th point, and this line should measure 94.2. 94.2. This is a line with 94.2. Since we are tracing for one tan, what we did is from the 8th point we had a tangent line. By keeping your protractor, you can achieve it by taking 90 degree and take with a measurement 94.2, right? And capture the end with P. This is the string length, so capture the end with P. What is next? Take a line from each and every circumferential point, right? It should be a tangent. So for which, so from the first point I going to take. So here you can keep your protractor, read it from the 1 and go for a 90-degree line, so that you will get tangent line. They repeat the same procedure for rest of all the points, so that here as well I am showing you keep like this, and from the 2 read 90-degree and go for a line. Repeat it. So each and every point you get a tangential lines, 90-degree line, right? So like this. Fine. Then the construction, we have taken all the lines and we have taken the string length. Now the same like the circle which we have divided into 8, the same this string length also should divide into 8 equal parts, right? So for which we are going to have the bisection work. So in the previous cycloidal curves and all we use the bisection method. So with the same method we are going to follow here, right? So take your compass, and this is our segment now. This is our segment. Okay. So take your compass, take more than half of it and go for an arc by keeping at one end, and from the other end go for an arc like this with the same measurement, and now drop this line 90-degree to the tangent line from the 8. The same thing, now it is divided into 2. Next this should be divided, right? So take more than half of it and go for a cut mark. From the other end go for a cut mark, drop it. Next take more than half of this portion, go for a arc. From the other end go for a cut mark and have a line. Now it's divided into 4. Again repeat the procedure. Again this segment should be divided, so take more than half and go for a cut mark. From the end have a cut mark, drop a line. Then take more than half, have a cut mark, drop a line 90-degree to it. Then same manner, cut mark and drop it. Same thing, repeat it, so that you could get 8 equal divisions, right? And this is the first point. I'm going to take this as 1 dash, and this is 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, and this is 5 dash, 6 dash, 7 dash, and 8 dash. So now it is divided. All the lines should be very thin as far as this profile concerned. As of now, it should be very thin, right? And then it is divided into 8 equal parts. Now it is ready to have all the points in order to trace the involute, right? So for that, take the compass and measure from the P to 1, right? From the P to 1 dash, how to take in your compass and keep at the point 1 and go for a cut mark in the tangent line. The same manner, measure P2 second the measurement and keep at the point 2 and have a cut mark in the second line like this. Measure P2 3, measure P2 3 and keep at 3 and have a cut mark. Measure P2 4 dash and keep at the 4th point and have a cut mark like this, and measure P2 5 dash, keep at 5 and go for a cut mark. Then measure 8 to 6 dash, keep at 6 and have a cut mark in the 6th tangential line. Next measure P2 7 and from the 7th line have a, here is the 7th line, so have a cut mark, here it gets, right? So this is the 8 point, this is the 8 point, so it remains in the same place. So this is the P1, this is a P2, this is a P3, this is a P4, this is a P5, this is a P6, this is a P7, and here is the P8, right? So now with the help of 2H pencil, go for a trace from the 8 points. Just go for a trace with a very thin line by connecting one after another like this, so that you could able to form the shape of the involute. Once you are very confident in the shape, you can go for the HP pencil and go for a dark line. Go for a dark line as this. Go for a dark line. Here in the involute, this is the record part, this is our profile. So make the curve as a dark. Make the curve as a dark. Next, what is remaining? Draw the normal and tangent at any point on the curve. So take at any point in the curve a point. I am going to take at this particular place. This is the point P. This is my point P. Here I am going to construct the normal and tangent. And in order to draw it, take a line to the center of the circle. Take a line to center of the circle as this manner. Take a line, and then in order to draw the normal, we need to draw a semicircle, right? So for that, first of all, we need the center of this line. That means P2O. If I take this as O, I can say from O to P, we need the center. So for which we can follow the bisection. So take more than of this line, OP. Take more than of this, go for an arc. From the opposite end, with the same measurement, go for a cut mark. And with the same, in the lower portion, have a cut mark. From the opposite end, with the same measurement, have a cut mark. So in order to find the center, what we do is we are taking more than half of OP and have a cut mark in the upper and as well lower. From the other end, cut mark, and in the lower have a cut mark. If you join both the points, you could get the center of this OP. Now take your compass, keep this point as a center and measure that point to P and have a semicircle, so that the semicircle trace will goes like this. Okay, my semicircle is coming like this. When you are having the semicircle, it will intersect at the base circle which we have drawn in the initial. So from that, if you take a line to the chosen point P, it is your normal. So that you can make this as a dark line. The point of the semicircle which intersect with the circle, if you take a line to the point P, it is your normal, right? So you can make as a dark one. And if you keep your protractor as this manner in the point P, and if you take 90 degree, and if you draw a line, you will get a tangent line. It passes through the outer periphery. It's a T dash, and this is a N, and N dash. Okay. So here, as far as this diagram concerned, the curve should be a dark one, then tangent and normal should be a dark one. Afterwards, we have to capture the nodes like N and N dash as a normal. We have to make it inside the guidelines with a capital letter. Write it as N dash as normal. And then T dash as tangent. Then we have to mark all the dimensions. Here the circumferential length we have captured. The important work is here the circle dimension should be mentioned, right? So for that you can take the leader lines. I am writing inside of it without having any intersection with the construction line. I am taking a leader line like this from the circle and write above it diameter pi 30, right? So all the dimensions we have captured in mm. So take a note of it. In the bottom, I'm making here, okay? All dimensions are in mm. Dimensions. Dimensions are in mm. You take in a single stretch. Or in mm. What about this curve? It's an involute, right? So take a leader line like this, right above, it's an involute. Okay, and I hope you got exact idea how to construct an involute from the circle. Thank you so much.